Hello. In this video, we'll look further into blend modes and see some of the effects that we can add to our image using blend modes. In our last two videos, we looked at the basics of blend modes and then some more advanced features. And we ended up with this image right here, which is three images combined together using blend modes. It's an image of the deer head, a forest, and some grassy texture. And we masked we masked the forest and the grass to fit the shape of the deer head. Now, what happens if we want to create, for example, a white background here? Because the deer head, to me, is not really as visible as it could be, particularly the colors and the edges of the deer head. They kind of blend into this gray background. Now, if I click on my bottom layer here, layer 1, and I go to my draw tool, and I start drawing, and I've got my color selected to be white. I'm drawing, I've clicked on my mouse pad, and I'm moving my brush around, and nothing's happening. However, when I let go, you'll see that the layer is indeed white. So I did just fill it in white, but it's not showing up. And the reason for that is we have this deer head up here, if you'll recall, and it's set to mask. So the white in this layer is only showing where that deer head is, which is this shape right here. So all the white I'm drawing is behind all of this stuff here and won't show outside of the deer head. So how do we get that white to show on the background of the deer head? Well, we use blend modes. So instead of having the white on the bottom, we'll move it to the top. And we have to move it to the top so that it's no longer masked by the deer head. And you'll remember from the last video that a mask means that this shape, I'm going to hide the white, and I'm going to hide everything except the deer head. So this shape, this deer head, which is in this layer here, and we've set to mask in the blend mode setting, it means that anything below, any layer below this layer will only show up where the deer head is. So even though I've colored white down on the bottom layer, it's only showing where the deer head is. So I need to get it to show around the deer head. So here I have white, and because it's on top, it's no longer affected by the mask in this layer. Remember that blend modes only affect how the layers interact with layers below them. So the white is on top. And what we can do is use a blend mode to make the white no longer visible where the deer head is. And for that, we're going to use multiply. And there we go. So the white is not changing how the image where the deer head looks, how the image looks where the deer head is. And I'll show you that by hiding the white layer. And you can see the colors in the deer head don't change at all. And white does that often, as it does not change how colors look in the layers below it when you change the blend mode. So in this case, the white is visible around the deer head because I changed the blend mode to multiply. And you could even try some other ones and see what they do as well. That it might also change the deer head a little, and you might like it. So that's one way to add a white border when you're using blend modes, is you actually put the white on top and change the blend mode to multiply, which causes it to not interact with anything that has darkness to it, any tone. But where there's nothing, where the edges were, it will fill in with that white. And there's some blend modes you could do that with black also. With color, it gets a little tricky, and you'll have to play around and see if you can figure that out. And there you have a nice image with a white background, all using blend modes. I will see you in the next video.